I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. The one time I went on an airplane, they didn't have fresh Twinkies on the snack cart. I threw a fit, almost got ejected. Have I been on a plane since? I am not allowed yet.
It's hardcore. It's uncensored. It's On Your Mark with Mark E. Xtreme.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the most extreme wrestling podcast there is. It's extreme because it has a backyard wrestling entertainment champion as the host, and as the co-host, it's me. I'm training to be a backyard wrestler. I've never had a match, but someday I got my fingers and toes crossed. I'm Skeeter Skyflyer, and welcome back to the stage right now. If we had a stage, oh, that'd be great if we had a stage. Marky Xtreme.
Yeah, if we had a stage, I would pick your ass off and fucking triple powerbomb you off the fucking. I have told you for years to go get some wood and make a stage. Why haven't you built us a backyard wrestling entertainment stage yet?
Because every time I go get wood and build a stage, someone brings up, oh, isn't a stage where ballet dancers perform? And then you get upset that people might think it's a ballet show.
I don't want people to think what we do is ballet. This is hardcore. What we do is extreme. No nonsense. Bullshit. I ain't out there tap dancing, titty farts, and bullshit all over the place.
So do you want me to go build a stage?
I want you to build a hardcore stage like the ECW intro stage with fucking barbed wire and then the TNN logo.
And swans?
No. The old brick ECW, whatever, forget it. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mark. Hey, Extreme, 15 plus years undefeated backyard wrestling entertainment champion and owner, and on top of all that, cool ass, sexy ass, non-ballet ass shit, I am the host of On Your Mark, and for years we have been giving you the best wrestling content on YouTube, and guess what? Now every Friday via Dragon fucking Wagon Radio, you are getting the best wrestling podcast on the podcast airwaves. And you know why it's the best wrestling podcast on the podcast airwaves? Because every week we deep dive into topics and I'm giving you a perspective like you've never heard before. Oh, you're tuning into the My Way podcast with Jeff Jarrett, or you're listening to Eric Bischoff, 83 weeks. You know what? They don't have the perspective like I do because there ain't nobody that's seen the things I've seen in this business. There ain't nobody that's done the things I've done in this business. And there ain't nobody that's fucked the things I have fucked in this business because, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mark E. Extreme.
And folks, this may be our most extreme episode ever. And it's uncensored, and gosh dang it, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this show through it otherwise, so I'm going to have to say a lot of rosemaries in the church and wash my mouth out with soap after this one, because we're talking about the plane ride from hell.
Oh, first of all, I'm stoked you said a cuss word, you little bitch. Second of all, I am fucking man. Did you see that the dark slide from the Ring episode where they talked about this?
There's a Dark Side of the Ring episode of this?
Yeah, you idiot. I thought that's why you fucking picked it.
That would have made this way easier to do research on.
You're so stupid. Yeah, there was a Dark Slide of the Ring episode, and fucking they, talk all about it. You see Ric Flair's plecker flipping around, and oh man, although I do not condone exposing yourself with, without someone saying, hey, show me your penis and swing it around in my face.
You want that?
What?
You sure? Okay.
Hey, stop it. Skeeter, if you ever do that again, I will sue you because you know what? I'm going to sue you because you did that without my consent.
You just said for me to do that. I wasn't listening. And then I heard you say, hey, why don't you just go ahead and whip it in my face?
I wasn't talking about you fucking, I was talking about it's 2021. You can't do those things.
No, well, you said to do it. So that I try to do what you tell me to do because you are my teacher and I am your student. And in order to get a match, I do everything that you say.
Well, yes, but sometimes you need to fucking not be stupid and know that I'm not talking about goddamn what I'm talking. Anyways,
you're going to have to tell me not when to be stupid because I don't know when that's supposed to be.
You mean both, sister? No, I'm excited to dive into this. And, like the plane ride from hell, we at Backyard Wrestling Entertainment, we had something, similar happen to us a couple years back, but we will dive into that in a moment. Let's get into the business.
Well, thank you to Dragon Wagon Radio for keeping this show uncensored so I can say things like hell and so Marky Xtreme can get the swears out of his body.
Tit shit.
And be sure to go on to Apple Podcasts and rate and review the show. That helps people find the show because then people are like, oh man, what show should I be listening to? And then they see it and they go, wow, look at all the ratings and reviews on Your Mark. I got to listen to the show. Plus, you might want a free t-shirt for the best rating reviews and guaranteed mandate with Marky Xtreme.
No, just if you're wondering, I said the scientific word mandate a fucking couple episodes back, and he thinks I meant having an actual mandate with me, and that's not what I meant. It's a word.
You get a mandate with Marky Xtreme when you rate and review the show, guaranteed.
No, it's not going to happen.
Guaranteed to happen. Also, be sure to go to patreon.com/OYM show. That's a great way to help support and contribute to the show. And you get a lot of fun bonus things like getting episodes early and getting extreme shout outs on this very podcast. Isn't that right, Marky Xtreme?
Ha ha ha, hell yeah, Skeeter, Skyflyer. There's nothing that gets my pecker warmer than all my skid marks on the Patreon page. By becoming a skid mark, you get a shout out every week on our On Your Mark Wrestling podcast. And the shout outs this week are as follows: Kevin Hurth, Bruce Harmeyer, Melissa Mayette, Jason K, Lane Brain, Dylan Hinton, Tim Redbeard, Liam McLee, Rick Conley, Tom, Mr. Blix, and Miguel Diaz. There you have it, Skeeter, Skyflyer. Those are the skid marks that keep the roof over the backyard and the food on the table before I body slam motherfuckers through it. And you know what? If you want to be a part of that prestigious list, then you can march your happy ass on over right now to patreon.com/OYM show.
The plane ride from hell.
I am stoked you're going to cuss like a goddamn man in this episode.
That's the only word. That's the only word.
Say it with some vigor.
With vinegar?
No, say it with some fucking vigor and gumpto and girth.
I don't know how to say it with vinegar and gumbo, but the plane ride from hell.
Say it like Vince McMahon would say it.
The plane ride from hell.
Holy shit. How do you why don't you do that when, we do promo classes?
Because that's gimmick infringement.
Oh, you're such a bitch. If you went out there and talked like some of the good people on the stick, then you might do something in this business.
I wish I could talk like Doink the Clown.
How did Doink the Clown talk?
I don't like with a squirt flour and with a cream pie.
No. God dang it. You made me think of fucking pie and now I want it. I just want a pie now.
Who don't want pie now?
Good question.
Who don't want pie now?
Why are you saying it like that?
You said it was a good question. I want to know the answer. Who don't want pie now?
I don't know any man that don't want pie now.
Born sports jet on May 5th, 2002 in London, England. Sportsjet was a private airline that flew different sports teams out of the Phoenix area. The plane had leather seats, fancy carpet, big couches, lounge areas, food, drinks, and nobody else flies with you because you hire it privately. Have you ever been in a private jet, Marky Xtreme?
You know the answer to this. No, I haven't.
Yeah, but it's for the listening audience. You said to do when we are going to steal like the other shows and ask questions that I already know the answers.
Whoa. Have I ever stolen anything?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, name one fucking thing that I've ever stolen and not paid for.
The horsey sauce at Arby's.
The fucking what?
The horsey sauce that they put on the tables at Arby's. You steal them all the time.
That's like a fucking mint. That's for everybody just to take. Yes. Who doesn't go into an Arby's and just grab bags full of condiments?
The horsey sauce they put in the squeeze bottles.
I get it. But it's out there for the taking. That's not what I'm talking about. What else have that's not
so
stealing.
Wait, those are mints? You can use the horsey sauce as mints?
No, condiments.
Oh, gross.
What?
Those are... Wait. Why are you throwing those away if those are mints?
They're not fucking mints. They're condiments.
The little balloons that you have.
Oh, God.
When you walk out of the room, you go, oh, dang. Oh, dang. Oh, dang. Oh, dang. Oh, dang. That was a good one. And then you take your little balloon and then you twirl it around and then you throw it in the garbage can?
Yes,
the
because
mint?
Okay, everyone. Skeeter Skyflyer, the resident fucking idiot, he clearly is confused condiments with condoms. Mints. There's no such thing as condom mints. There are condoms, and yes, I practice safe sex, mainly because I ain't ready to have Tammy have no kid yet. And fucking, yes, I do a ritual that was passed on to me by my uncle after sex. After a solid fucking, fucking, I walk out of the bedroom and I assert my dominance on my home. Doesn't matter who's there, who's watching. And at this point, I think people come to expect it. I definitely come to expect it.
I just don't know why you throw away a perfectly good mint afterwards because it's probably got stinky breath.
Well, there's some in the trash can right now if you want some.
Well, I certainly will once this episode's over.
Well, help yourself, you little bitch.
So, to answer the question, Marky Xtreme.
Okay, whoa, sass, bitch.
Fair enough. Marky Xtreme, why don't you answer my question? Ow!
Don't fucking sass me. That
you
tone in your
just told
voice.
me to. This is two things now. You told me to take out my wiener, and now you told me to sass you, and I tried to sass you.
I never told you to take out your fucking... We're only fucking like 10 minutes into this motherfucker, and you're pissing me off already. Oh, God. You wonder why I've had 12 heart attacks.
I assume it's extreme living.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in a private jet, Marky Xtreme?
Not that I can remember.
Well, there we go. There's the answer.
But I didn't think I'd ever talk about this publicly, but I have been in the van ride from hell's hell.
Van ride from hell's hell?
Yes, a couple years back, when we were, Backyard Wrestling Entertainment was heading to another local territory, Trampoline Championship Wrestling, and we were, we loaded up Yoko Zubaz's van, and we had the van ride from hell's hell. And what's worse than hell? Well, hell has its own hell, and that's what this van ride was. Now, I can go into detail, but I think you should probably give a disclaimer to the listeners about what they're about to listen to as I recount the events, or we can wait till later in the episode.
Listeners, this is like one of them things where you don't ever get to hear these, but Marky Xtreme tells me to stop the recording because something happens, like he's crying, he's getting emotional, he's scared about something.
Nope.
He's talking about the things he does
funny.
with Twinkies.
You're funny.
What? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to let them know what it's like when they never hear these things.
Stop. Just fucking,
this is,
you know what you're doing, you stupid motherfucker. I'm going to punch your... I just want to sometimes punch that fucking smirk off your face. You know what you're doing. I'm convinced you're not as dumb as you pretend to be.
You think that's true?
Oh, fuck me. Give them a disclaimer for the van ride from hell's hell that I'm about
I'm
to
letting
tell
him know that this is something that you never hear, that Marky Xtreme doesn't like to talk about these things. This is not even something being sued for. So he's never even told me the whole story. He said like, oh, just you wait, one day we'll do a podcast and we'll talk about it. I think today's the day, folks. So it's probably going to be uncensored, extreme, and you may soil yourself.
What the fuck do you mean I haven't told you? You were in the van.
Yeah, but you never told me the story.
I hate you.
I love you.
Okay, give a warning, because what I'm about to tell
Look out!
That's not what I mean. Like, the people that are listening, give them a warning, because what they're about to hear is graphic and extreme and might be unsettling. Tell your kids to fuck and go to sleep.
Okay. Nobody listen to this. This is the scariest thing
I want them
ever.
to listen. I want them to listen to it.
I don't know. I've tried this 3 times now. I don't know what you want from me. Everybody listen, don't listen, but know that you might go straight to hell and you'll burn for all eternity, but it could be a fun time in the meantime.
Okay, I guess that's going to have to be...
Oh, good.
What is with your fucking sass this week?
I ain't trying to sass. I'm just trying to get the show.
Okay. I'll try to summarize the story as quick as possible. The van ride from Hell's Hell. We loaded Yoko Zubaz's van a couple years back. I can't remember the exact date exactly. I've had several share shots. We were headed to Trampoline Championship Wrestling. We occasionally bring, an invasion.
It was June 6th, 2006. 6/6/2006.
Okay.
There's some signs of devil in there.
Great. Rock on, motherfucker. Okay, so we're riding down the road. Yoko Zubaz, as he's known to do, unannounced, pulls down his fucking, if you could call those pants, I call them a fucking parachute, pulls down his pants, takes a shit, which led to me puking, which led to Gary the King Baller getting a full-on erection, which led to him swinging his full-on erection around in the car, which led to you, Skeeter, getting really excited, thinking it's funny, and you're driving. I don't know if you remember this. Do you remember driving?
I ended up driving because Yoko Zubaz was driving first, but after he pooped, he didn't want to sit back down. So then you made me start driving. Yeah.
So you swapped out. Anyways, Gary the King Baller swinging his bone around. I'm puking profusely. There's shit smell everywhere. And I'm not talking normal shit. If you have ever smelled Yoko Zubaz's shit, I can't even fucking describe it. It's fucking, I can't even, how would you describe the smell of Yoko Zubaz's shit?
I went one time to the zoo and an elephant had died and it still was pooping when it died.
Mm-hmm.
It smelled a little worse than that.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty accurate depiction. So yes, Skeeter thinks it's so fucking funny that Gary the King Baller swinging his full-on boner around, and he's swerving all over the place. Meanwhile, I'm screaming, I'm crying. Yes, I'm crying. I'm a grown-ass man. I don't like to puke. Anytime I puke, I fucking cry. I don't like it. Skeeter's laughing hysterically at everything. Have you ever seen fucking Ventures and Babysitting when they're driving down the road and that fucking that fucking weird kid's laughing all creepy? It kind of reminded me of that, but Skeeter's laugh is much more creepy. He's swerving all over the place. All of a sudden, fucking cops pull over. And what did you say to him, Skeeter?
I said, I'll meet you there.
Yeah, which led to fucking them hitting the side of the van, forcing us to the side of the road.
You didn't want me to pull over. You said we got a show to make.
I know. Good on you. I told you don't stop, especially because I got to clean all myself up. They pulled us over, threw all of us in jail. Worst part was we didn't make the TCW event, and I don't know.
And Gary the King Baller got shot because they told him to put his weapon down, and they didn't understand that he wasn't holding a weapon, but
it looks like
shot
a weapon. Mm-hmm. They shot Gary. They didn't want to even touch Yoko, so they just left him there. And you and I and Gary went to fucking jail for the night. And I feared for my butthole the whole night.
I didn't fear for mine because I had sat in Yoko Zubaz's poop. So I was in the clear.
Well, good for you. But you know what? I'm traumatized from this. And I've tried to sue the police department, try to get some kind of settlement. And I've tried to sue Yoko Zubaz. Apparently my lawyers and legal team says you can't sue somebody for shitting. Well, have you smelled Gary or Yoko Zubaz's shit? That's what I said to them. And that lawsuit is still pending. So you know what? We'll get more deep into this plane ride from hell, but I don't think it shakes a stick at the van ride from hell's hell. And yeah, just sharing some of my trauma with you people.
Yeah. You still make little whimpers about it at night when you're sleeping.
Well, trauma's trauma.
Save the trauma for your mama.
Don't fucking say that. You're going to get canceled.
From what?
From saying that. Making fun of trauma.
Was that making fun of trauma? I thought I was telling where the trauma to go. Because your mom will help nurture you and cuddle you. So save the trauma for your mama.
Oh, okay. That kind of makes sense.
Back to the plane ride from hell. 3 liquor carts were ordered because all the wrestlers drank 1, then they drank 2, then they drank 3 because they were held on the ground for 7 hours because of weather issues. And then the wrestlers started to serve their own drinks and asked the flight attendants to stop serving them so they could do it themselves. They drank so much liquor. Boy, that sure sounds fun. Mark Xtreme, could I serve you a drink in this episode? How about a virgin dad, Gary?
The fuck what is that?
It's people talk about that drink all the time. It sounds fancy.
You mean a virgin daiquiri? Daiquiri?
Yeah, a virgin dad, Gary.
No, daiquiri. I think I'd fucking know. Have you been to a bar?
No.
Yeah, definitely. No, you haven't. Yeah, I mean, these guys, they just, you don't know until, I'm not sitting here making excuses for the boys, but I'm going to make some excuses for the boys. You don't understand what we've been through until you walked a mile in our boots. These guys just fucking flew across the ocean, worked, some events, and they're beat up. They want to fucking let loose. So they need 3 carts of alcohol. When I want to let loose, sometimes I want White Claws. Sometimes I want a fucking fresh pack of Twinkies. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. The one time I went on an airplane, they didn't have fresh Twinkies on the snack cart. I threw a fit, almost got ejected. Have I been on a plane since? I am not allowed yet. But the guys wanted to let loose. Did they take it too far? Maybe they did. Who am I to say? I just know I'm from the side of the defending my boys that they got to let loose somehow.
I mean, that makes sense. It's hard. It's stressful. And sometimes you want to kick back and, oh God, I'd love to be with them and have a Shirley Temple.
You would have a Shirley Temple.
Have you ever seen those? They look delicious.
Yeah, I had a Shirley Temple when I was a toddler.
How was it?
It was great.
I really want one so bad.
Then make one.
How can I make a drink? I know. I'll just make milk. Oh, wait, I can't because they sell it and they keep all the ingredients locked up so you can't make it.
You can fucking make milk.
That's not true.
Where do you think?
All
Skeeter, you dumb bitch. Where do you think they get milk from?
Carton?
Before that.
A cow?
So go buy a fucking cow.
Oh, like I'm going to be able to afford a cow and then I'm going to be able to buy all those cartons that the cow sells me?
Where is this sass coming from this fucking episode?
I'm just talking logistics here. How am I going to afford the cow and then all the cartons that the cow's going to sell me?
Okay, I'm going to warn you. And for anybody that's been listening for the past fucking 70 episodes,
This is episode 77.
Shut up. I may have gotten out of hand occasionally firing and rehiring Skeeter. So I'm going to give you strikes. This is strike one, little bitch. Your sass and your tood need to be decreased a few fucking notches.
I didn't toot once this whole episode.
Oh my God. Strike two.
How many strikes do I get?
3. Like a baseball.
So I got 4 left.
Oh, continue.
Halcyons is a prescription drug that helps you go to sleep. Wrestlers back then would take them after shows to help them to get to sleep after having such an exciting time. But if you combine them with alcohol, you get a H-bomb. And they use lots of H-bombs on this flight. Marky Xtreme, you ever use prescription drugs?
Yeah, so occasionally, I mean, when you've done the things I've done and fuck the things I fuck, then you gotta get something to calm down the aches and the pains and the blisters and the pus and the fucking scabs and the shit.
Why not just use a pillow?
Please explain.
Just use a soft pillow. Like, I'm too hyped up. Just grab a nice soft pillow with duck feathers in it or something nice. And you just lay your head on it. And then, that seemed to calm me down right good.
No, you don't understand what I'm talking about. You know what actually, instead of prescription, you know what, fuck me. You know what actually make me feel better, good? God dang it. Fuck. You know what actually, fuck. Hold on. Don't stop recording. Okay. You know what actually make me feel good inside a place to sleep? Okay. The motherfucker. Do you know what would actually make me feel good or better than prescription drugs? Skeeter?
Starting the show over?
Maybe. No. Brand new, hot off the presses, On Your Mark podcast t-shirt. And there is only one place you can get the exclusive On Your Mark podcast t-shirt. Skeeter Skyflyer, where can you get those podcast t-shirts?
www.onyourmarkshow.com. And then you press enter. That's where you go to get those shirts. You can see them all right there. They come in a variety of colors, as many colors as there are in the rainbow. And then they have all sorts of fun stuff, like On Your Mark podcast art. There's a Shake Weight class shirt. There's even a Toll Ride shirt. That's the most popular selling t-shirt on the whole site. Do you know?
I did know that, and I think it's fucking stupid.
Well, I like it. And then there's also masks and mugs, so you can get things for your face. Basically, everything for your upper body and your hands you can get. We got nothing for your feet and legs, but hopefully we can do that soon. Oh, like a wallet on a chain. That'd be super cool if we can get some of those.
That'd be super sick. You can get all these things and more right now by marching your happy ass on over to www.onyourmarkshow.com.
Michael Hayes was H-bombed on the flight. He goes up to Bradshaw, who's sleeping and who had been previously busted open during the show that they did over in England. And then he hits him right in the head and busts open his wound. Then Bradshaw's bleeding all over the place. And then Michael Hayes gets knocked out when Bradshaw slaps him in the face. Why did Michael Hayes go up and slap Bradshaw? Why wouldn't he slap someone smaller like Hornswoggle?
I don't fucking know. He slapped who he wanted to slap, like I do.
Yeah, but you're a champion. Bradshaw's not a champion.
Bradshaw's a big motherfucker. Like me.
Exactly. That's why Michael Hayes should have punch someone who is smaller than Bradshaw because he's big.
Well, maybe that fucking ponytail is pulling on his hair too tight, making him stupid.
I don't have a ponytail.
Yeah, but you got, I don't know. You're stupid. I can't think of a fucking joke.
Your soon-to-be adopted son, X-Pac, went behind the chair of a knocked-out Michael Hayes and cut off his ponytail. Now, I don't see how that's funny to cut off someone's hair. Marky Extreme, is that funny to you?
It's hilarious. I mean, cut off anything on anybody, it's funny. And to get, give a little context, when, Skeeter's talking about my adopted son, X-Pac, if you go back on past episodes, you will hear that I would love to adopt X-Pac, so you can find out more about that on I don't fucking remember what episode it was. Do you remember?
No.
Yeah, me neither. Continue.
Well, why is that funny to you? You said cutting anything off of someone is funny.
Yeah, it is. If I walked by you right now, cut your fucking hair off, it'd be funny. If I walked by Gary the King Baller when he had his full-on erection in the van ride from Hell's Hell and cut off that boner, that would be the funniest fucking thing in the world.
Why?
If I walked by Yokozuna as he was taking in mid-log shit and cut that log in half before the smell hit my nostrils, it'd have been funny. Because you know how our asshole cuts the shit for us?
No.
Okay, to science talk. Sorry, nerds, listen. This is your favorite part of the show. When you shit, your asshole opens and lets the poop out. And when it's ready to slice it, it tightens and slices the shit.
Like a garage door?
Yeah, you could say that. Or like a cigar cutter.
What's that?
It's a thing that cuts cigars. What else would it be?
You mean a lighter?
No, that lights a cigar. There's also this little thing that you put a cigar through and it slices it perfectly. That is basically...
you mean the little piece of paper that's around it?
What?
It's always got a little thing around it that says...
What does that have to do with cutting it?
How many things you use for a cigar?
It's a lot. You use a lot of things. Like I use a lot of things when I take a shit.
How many things you use?
Hold on. Come close and close your eyes.
You gonna tell me a secret?
Yeah, I got a secret for you.
Okay.
Did you hear that?
Something went in my teeth.
Yeah.
You already told me that.
Oh God, it smells. Hold on, I got another one.
Do you need to stop the show for a while?
I'll let you. It got in my mouth.
Yeah, it got in my mouth too.
Shit.
Yeah, I think he might have.
I think I did a little bit, but hey, it happens.
I don't ever want to switch microphones with you. You know that, right?
Well, this is my microphone. I don't want you to have it.
Good, because it's getting, there's freckles on it.
It's worn
now.
in. There's freckles on it. What the fuck does that mean?
There's little brown freckles on it.
That's mold.
Well, tomato. Kurt Hennig put shaving cream on Brock Lesnar's head and then splattered it while Brock was sleeping. Brock then grabbed Kurt and then wrestled him everywhere inside the plane, breaking chairs and overhead bins. The pilots even tried to stop them, and then they ended up fighting in the emergency exit row and hit the emergency exit door. And as the story goes, the fight was broken up by Triple H, Paul Heyman, and Finlay. Marky Extreme, I can't believe that for 1 second. Finlay always says, "My name is Finlay and I love to fight." Why would Finlay break up a fight?
Well, you dumbass. Do you know what would have happened if that fucking plane door would have opened up in the sky?
Then they all use their parachutes and fly out.
You don't have a parachute in an airplane, you idiot.
What?
What plane have you been on to think that you get a parachute?
I've never been on a plane when I've been awake, but I've seen one of them James Bond shows.
That's a movie. It's not real life. You don't get it. You don't get a parachute when you get on an airplane. You have to make an emergency landing. Hopefully it's a safe one.
Do you get a life jacket if you go on a ship?
I think so.
Then why would you get a parachute if you go on a plane?
I don't know. That's a good question, Skeeter. I don't know. Call Delta.
Thank you.
Call Mr. Delta. I don't fucking know.
Do you have Mr. Delta's number?
Yeah, I'll give you Mr. Delta's number. You can call him for us. I still smell that fucking fart.
Well, yeah, because it stinks. It doesn't smell good. I think occasionally you need to not eat chicken wings.
I got to get protein in.
But just something else every so often just to change it up.
What's better than chicken wings?
I hear fish is delicious.
Ugh. Yeah. Who eats fish? That's funny.
Fish?
Am I in a cartoon?
Aquaman?
It's a fucking mood. Continue. God, get through this shit. I have to take a shit.
People then start to go to sleep. What is wrong with you?
I got an upset stomach.
You've got an upset co-host.
You're about to get strike 3. This fucking attitude this episode, I've never seen anything like it.
Well, this is grounds for...
Grounds for what?
You're about to poop during the show. This is about to be the podcast from hell.
If you fucking keep this toot up, I'll make it the podcast from hell.
You're
bitch.
the one who's tooting.
Don't ever say tooting again.
Please don't toot again.
I'll toot if I want to. This is my fucking show. My studio, my house, my rules, and I'll break them.
People then start to go to sleep on the plane. Goldust gets on the announce system in the airplane and sings the David Allan Coe song, Pledging My Love. Jim Ross goes up to Goldust and says, quote, sit your butt down. But he doesn't say butt. Go to sleep.
What does he say? I just need to know, and the listeners need to know for accuracy.
A double crooked letter.
What is that? I don't know.
That's what
Skeeter,
Road
do you
Dogg
care
used to
about
say.
the accuracy of the stuff we report on this show?
I do.
Okay, then say it for science.
Donkey.
Nope, that's not what they said.
Yeah, but in Spanish they say ass.
But what did Jim Ross say?
See your ass down.
Well, I'm going to fire you for cursing.
What?
That's
This show's uncensored.
Strike 3, but you're not uncensored.
Have
I ever given you permission to be uncensored?
You didn't. Well, no.
You're fired. There's kids that listen.
Can I keep doing the rest of this show?
Can I think about it for like 5 seconds?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let you.
Then also Goldust was spitting tobacco in the back of the seat back cushion. Why wouldn't Goldust just spit his chewing tobacco in a Splatoon?
What else are those seatback things for? It's a garbage can. Why did he get so much flack for this one?
'Cause he's making a mess.
It's a garbage can. Are you supposed to fucking put it in a Ziploc bag and then place it into a garbage can? No, it's garbage. It's gross shit. You put it in a garbage can, throw it in. What's a big deal?
I thought you put magazines in there and stuff.
Yeah, you could put magazines in a garbage can.
That's true. And condiments.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess that one's not so bad. I guess it's just because he was singing and everybody was trying to sleep, so that they got in trouble for that.
Yeah, maybe.
And just when you think things couldn't get any crazier, they do. Because this story is off the rails. Ric Flair puts on one of his entrance robes, walks down the aisle inside the 757 airplane, and to everyone's shock, pulls out a helicopter and flies the helicopter inside the plane. The boys loved it, and Ric Flair did the thinkable when he flew his helicopter right next to a flight attendant. The story goes that Ric Flair even made her touch his helicopter. Mark Xtreme, how did the flight attendant not get her hand cut off in the spinning blades of the helicopter?
Oh, I don't know I don't think you know what you're saying, but you know, I can only speak from experience. She probably had a few cuts and bruises because anybody that puts their hands near my helicopter, then they definitely they're in line for some damage.
You don't have a helicopter.
Yeah. Yes, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, I got a big old helicopter.
You got a toy boat they use in the bathtub.
Okay, I don't have a fucking toy boat. I got a massive helicopter like Ric Flair. Okay, thank you.
I ain't never seen no helicopter. You got your mom's van.
Are you calling my pecker a van?
What?
Are you calling my pecker a toy boat? Do you want to get double fired?
No, I'd say it's maybe like a Lincoln log.
What the fuck does that mean?
It's a toy little Lincoln logs?
Are you comparing my massive pecker to a fucking tiny Lincoln log? Or did they ever make big ones?
Yeah, because you don't own a helicopter, so I can't say it's something that you don't own, but you have a toy boat, so I'd say it's kind of like that, except I'd take off the little propeller and the little man inside who drives it, and then also the Lincoln logs, which I bring over and play with from time to time. You relaxing?
No, I'm trying not to lose my shit. Anyways, I have a helicopter and I've lost my fucking train of thought.
Can I ride in your helicopter that I've never seen before?
Fuck no.
Why not?
You're not going anywhere near my helicopter. I will cut off your fingers.
Well, not if I don't put my hands in it.
Not without my consent.
Can I fly your helicopter?
No, you can't go nowhere near my helicopter. You don't got
Can I fuel your helicopter?
No.
Can I wash your helicopter?
No.
Can I just look at your helicopter?
If you accidentally look at it, which has happened, then it is what it is. But no, I will not allow you by choice.
Well, folks, I didn't know that Mark Xtreme has a helicopter. Apparently, I've seen it at some point, but I don't remember. I think I'd see something that big in the backyard that's the size of a helicopter.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Scott Hall was asleep the whole time, and when they were landing, many people on the plane thought that he was dead. But at one point, he woke up, grabbed a flight attendant by the shirt, ripped her buttons, and said, "I am gonna lick you." He did so and then passed out. Scott Hall claims that Mr. Perfect had H-palmed him in that flight. Now, of all the things I have learned from a dog, I know you do not tell someone you're going to lick them before you do it.
No, you should definitely ask for the permission.
Dog don't do it.
That's a dog. They can't talk.
Oh, okay.
What do you got that dumb look on your face for?
Because apparently you're a deaf person, I guess.
Oh, do dogs talk to you, Skeeter?
Dogs talk to everybody.
Wait a sec. Do you really hear dogs talk?
Yeah. You never heard dog talk?
No, I hear them bark and shit.
That's talking.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant that like you were actually... I don't know. Sometimes I just think that because were born from a test tube in a lab, then maybe you have some fucking special ability that I don't know about yet. Scott Hall licked somebody in the face, and do I wish it was me? Maybe that'd be fucking sick. But this person they didn't want that. Now I'm a 2 Life for Sweet NWO fan, a Bullet Club member. I throw up the fucking the too sweet all day. And so if Scott Hall licked me, and I would welcome it because he's a brother. But she didn't want it, and that's her pierogi. And but I would be in a different boat. This whole part of the story makes me think of one thing. Lean forward. I got to tell you another secret.
Okay. Well, I already heard the first one, so don't repeat that one. This is a podcast from hell. I'm just going to say it.
It really is. Yeah, this smells fucking atrocious in here.
Can we open a window?
Hell no. We need to fucking appreciate this.
I do not.
Okay, so, Scott Hall was knocked out. Many of these guys were knocked out by H-bombs, but, Skeeter, if they needed a better way to fall asleep, do you know what way they could have done that by?
By having Marky Extreme fart in their face.
Well, no, not exactly, but by Marky Extreme's sleep vitamins. The name is pending. Skeeter, Skyflyer, everybody, me especially, struggles from having a good night's sleep. But luckily, because of our awesome supplement line, we are introducing a sleep enhancement vitamin. Skeeter, Skyflyer, tell the fine listeners what they can expect by taking Marky Extreme sleep enhancement vitamins.
If you're like me and you try to go to sleep at night and you hear dogs talking to you and you also just hear a lot of screaming just from neighbors and also voices that are generally close to you or inside your own mind, well, don't worry no more, because this is like taking a marshmallow and hot cocoa and tea and just pouring it inside of your brain, because these sleeping pills, sleep enhancement pills are just, they just knock you right out. And I tell you, it doesn't just get you one night's rest. You can sleep for 3 or 4 days at most. And it's great.
It's great. There's the FDA. We're waiting on their approval. But you can get them now if you want. Just contact us. We'll send you a batch. And it's Marky Extreme's Talent Enhancement Gummies. Contact my mom, Tammy, and we'll send you a batch.
Okay, before we move on, I can't see you right now. There is a fog in the air, and it is difficult to see you.
I don't see it. I mean, maybe I'm just used to it, so I'm acclimated, but I don't know what you're talking about.
This is against my better judgment, but toll ride.
What was that?
I had toll rided. I'll do it again. I can't find another can.
Does it make you feel cool when you toll ride, Skeeter?
Not in these conditions, no.
You're so stupid.
Michael Hayes was furious about his missing hair. He wanted to know who cut it off and was ready to fight them. Michael Hayes' ponytail was put in a sandwich bag and taped to the locker room door at Monday Night Raw. I wonder if Michael Hayes ever found out who cut off his hair. You think he did?
I don't know. Maybe. If somebody cut off anything of mine, I would have a fleet of police officers, lawyers, legal team, CIA, FBI, fucking Secret Service, fucking hitmen, private investigators, the entire PW locker room. So that goes out to everybody trying to cut off anything of mine. I will fuck you.
Just hire Batman.
I would if I could, if he was a real fucking thing, Skeeter.
He is.
Don't laugh.
He's real.
Your laugh is just terrifying.
Well, it might be the gas. Oh, is this what dentists use?
I assume so. Are you... Stop. Okay, calm down. Stop taking deep breaths. Stop. Control yourself. He's puke. Oh god, he's gonna make me throw up. God, this is a fucking podcast. Stop, puke. Oh god. This is the podcast from hell. Holy fuck. If I see puke, I puke. Now I smell your fucking. I gotta hold it. Why did you fucking, you bitch?
It's all this gas. It does weird things to me.
Oh god, fucking grow up. Get used to it.
There was
a lot of
bad. It is bad. It's real bad.
It's not that fucking bad. Tammy doesn't say nothing.
Your mom?
Both my mom Tammy and my girlfriend Tammy.
Well, they might both be dead. I don't know, because this
Take that back.
Terrible. Take what back?
Is that a threat?
No, it's not a threat. It's just it's what I feel like I almost died.
I wish you would.
Well, it ain't happened yet. There was a lot of fallout after the plane ride from hell had landed. The plane was trash. There was vomit, blood, syringes were all over the place. Flight attendants were traumatized and had lawyers sue. Mr. Perfect and Scott Hall were fired. Goldust was fined, but nothing happened to Ric Flair. Marky Xtreme, was everyone punished accordingly, or should more have been done?
Whew. You know, I can only speak from experience. I punished every single person but myself in the van ride from Hell Cell. You know, suspended without pay. I took their pay. You know, so I think that, you know.
You also tased us all.
Yeah, I did. What do you think, Skeeter?
I feel like everyone should have been sat down by Vince McMahon, had a talking to, probably should have been grounded, sat in the corner, put a dunce cap on them, write what they did out on the chalkboard at least 100 times, and then maybe grab a ruler and slap their hands.
I'm gonna...
And no dessert.
Ooh. You know what? I hate to do this, but I'm going to have to agree with you, mainly because I don't want to get fucking canceled and say something I shouldn't say because I don't know what I should or shouldn't say in this situation. And I'm woke as fuck. 2021, don't cancel me.
Well, it sounds like it was a real crazy happening. Sounds like it was real fun for the wrestlers, but anybody else who was involved sounds like it was the worst time ever on the planet. But, I'd sure love to still be there. It sounds like a fun time.
Yeah, it sounded pretty fucking sick, but I definitely, we care for the victims. But it sounds fucking cool as hell, but definitely care for the victims. Hashtag I'm woke. Hashtag don't cancel me.
Thank you to Dragon Wagon Radio for hosting this show and other shows like The House Show, a live concert series featuring performances and conversations with incredible singer-songwriters. Get the experience of an intimate concert in your living room. You think they got a concert from hell?
What? Who?
I don't know. There's wrestling plane ride from hell, and now we've had the podcast from hell. You think there's a concert from hell?
I assume, we got rock stars in there, drugs, alcohol. Yeah, shit's bound to get crazy.
And go to youtube.com/OnYourMarkShow where you can get shoot interviews with top wrestling legends done by Marky Xtreme with greats like Eric Bischoff, the Hardy Boys, Jake the Snake Roberts, $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, Virgil, and more. In closing, 2 things should be pointed out. Number 1, I'm never going to say hell again after this episode because it never needs to be brought up again. So I'm never going to say it again. And 2, it seems like after hearing about this plane ride from hell, that drugs, alcohol, and sex do not belong in professional wrestling. Maybe going forward, the professional wrestling world should focus on competition and good sportsmanship. Do you agree, Marky Xtreme?
Fuck. Yeah. Because, you know, as a public figure like myself who represents a company, I think it's very important to fucking make the right choices, don't offend people, and fucking be a role model for kids and shit, and go to church.
I'm glad we agree on something, Marky Xtreme. This has been honestly, it's been a horrible time. It's been terrible. I vomited. Marky Xtreme has vomited. This has been the podcast from hell. But next week's gonna be a different, fun episode. I still can't see. It may not be a fog in here. I may be losing some sight. I don't know. We may need to call some physicians.
Call them up.
I can't see the phone. Okay, we'll be back with a brand new episode next week. Bye-bye.
Dragon Wagon.